This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a representative from AAA will tell us about how gas prices are affecting travel and more. Welcome to a whole new week of FYI. I'm Ken Cara. And now here's tonight's headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. More than 100 firefighters from 20-plus fire departments battled a brush fire that threatened about a dozen homes on Autumn Mountain in Foster Township on Friday. 2 firefighters received flash burns but are okay. There was a red flag warning issued on Friday, meaning any open fire is dangerous. Hazel Township Fire Chief Scott Costician was at the scene and says even throwing a cigarette out of a car window on a day like Friday can cause a major problem. Costician has this advice if you think there's a brush fire occurring around you.
If you smell smoke, that something's burning, please advise when you call 911 that there's possibility of a fire in the area and you smell smoke, but you don't see anything. And that's very important because it changes our response, to a scene like that. If they see the fire coming down the mountain like the gentleman did from up in Hickory Hills, the fire was coming towards his house, give accurate, factual information to the county 911 system.
Township residents about their burn ordinance and that the township will be strictly enforcing it. The American Red Cross was on the scene on Friday as well to assist the Pennsylvania Forestry Department. The Red Cross, who is encouraging people to volunteer for their organization, provided first responders with cots, comfort kits, and blankets. If you are interested in becoming part of the disaster team, contact Red Cross Volunteer Services at the number on your screen. An investigation is underway into a possible homicide in West Monoy Township. West Monoy Township police and detectives from the Schuylkill County DA's office were on the scene at 256 Wylam Street, where one man was pronounced dead around 8:45 this morning. Police have not identified the person or cause of death. State police in Hazleton are investigating what it calls the non-traffic death of 61-year-old Ray Kuiper of Whitehaven. On Friday afternoon, an ATV rider discovered a black Chevy Silverado pickup truck with the driver inside. According to state police, the truck was traveling north on Owl Hole Road in Whitehaven when it went off the gravel roadway and into a group of trees. Police say that the driver kept his right foot firmly planted on the accelerator after impact, causing the truck to dig deeply into the silt. Investigators don't believe the collision was severe enough to result in the victim's death. Well, there will be no Memorial Day program in Monoy City, but they're still trying to have their annual parade on Monday. President of the Monoy Area United Veterans, William Bill Paul, says they still have a shot at the parade and that they need a permit from PennDOT, but the city does have the insurance for the parade. Paul says the problem is getting people to help organize and pull off the parade. Paul reached out to the borough today to move things along. Are gas prices affecting the way you travel? Lisa Sugart has more on a study by AAA that looked at just that.
Today I'm pleased to welcome Jenny Robinson, who is a spokesperson for AAA's Mid-Atlantic region. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa. Glad to be here.
Now we know that we're all seeing the price of gas fluctuating up and down, and we wonder what impact that has, or if it has an impact on travel throughout our area. So AAA recently did a survey, and what did that show?
It's very interesting to find out whether people are changing their behavior based on the price of gas. We do this every year, and what we found interestingly this year is that fewer people are changing their behavior, even though they're not happy with the price of gas. Most people, according to our survey, think that gas prices are too high when they are at $3.30 a gallon or above. 50% say it's too high at $3.30 a gallon, so that's kind of the break point. Well, we're above that. We've been above that pretty much in Pennsylvania and nationwide. So people say gas is too expensive, but 15% less this year compared to last year in our survey are changing their driving behavior. So what does that tell us? People are kind of getting used to it. They're saying, gas is too high, we don't like it, but there it is, and we're kind of just dealing with it. So about 53% of people in our survey say that they have changed their driving behavior, for example, combining trips or driving less or carpooling or some of the other things that people do, but it is a smaller number than before.
And that's some good advice. There are tips that you can give for people to save on their gas if they are trying to conserve. So what advice would you have for some of our viewers out there?
Well, of course you should check your tires. Tire pressure will affect your fuel economy, so make sure that the tires are correctly inflated. And by the way, that is not the number which is on the tire. It is a number which is in your driver owner manual, or it's on the inside of the door frame on the driver's side. That will tell you the correct tire pressure, so that will help. Also, don't stop and start suddenly. That will, again, eat up gas. Try to drive gradually. When you see a red light approaching or a stop sign, don't slam on the brakes. You shouldn't do that anyway, not really safe. Really take it gradually. So those are some of the things that you can do.
Well, I guess we all have to get places. We all have to go to work. We all have to, make those trips. So the best way is to be, I guess, as cost efficient as possible. Any other advice you'd have for anybody today?
Well, again, there are things you can do to conserve your gas other than with your vehicle. We do find, as I say, some people combine trips, and that's a good strategy. If you're not too happy with the price of gas, and most people aren't, instead of going one errand here, one errand there, of course, look at how you can put those all together and save gas.
Well, hopefully we'll see prices come down. Don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we could keep wishing.
Not for the spring, most likely, but as we head into the midsummer, then we might see that.
All righty, we'll keep our fingers crossed till then. Jenny Robinson is from AAA. Thank you very much for joining us. For FYI, I'm Lisa Sugart.
Tonight's From the Mayor's Desk comes from the desk of Joe Yanuzzi, the mayor of the city of Hazleton. Yanuzzi and all the department heads from the city will be at the Hazleton One Community Center for a Mayor's Night In on Wednesday. The event starts at 6 p.m. and will last about an hour. Bring your questions, but please ask them in a timely manner. If you have questions about the actual event, you can call the mayor's office. Remember, for breaking news, to check out our Facebook page and also standardspeaker.com, where you could sign up for emails and text alerts so you can stay up to date on all your local breaking news stories. Coming up on FYI, we'll work out with Janine at Core Fitness, and in sports, find out what Penn State's president thinks about the school's new football coach. And right after weather, we'll find out how a local group of performers are helping a local nonprofit celebrate a big birthday.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We're using weights today to lose weight here at Core Fitness on FYI in your community. And we have Melissa helping us out. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Christy, so we talked about strength training and that it's a myth that if women use weights that they will actually gain weight. It can actually help you lose weight.
Correct. So a lot of people ask, what is the weight that I should be lifting? So what I generally tell them is that you want to pick up a weight that you can only do really one repetition of, and it should be difficult. And then you're going to take about 70% of that weight, and that's where you should be. So I want to talk about doing a single move and then also getting more bang for your buck if you're short on time, and doing combination moves that work multiple body parts, which is going to torch the calories as well. It's going to bring the heart rate up. It's going to work the muscles. Okay, so right now Melissa's just doing a regular bicep curl, and then I'm going to ask her to step back just a little bit, and then we're going to come forward onto the platform and do a lunge with that bicep curl. Okay, so then all of a sudden she's working her lower body, her core, her arms, everything is working at one time. And then go ahead and do a side raise without
And again,
the legs.
this is something you can do at home.
You can do this at home,
by
absolutely.
yourself.
Yeah, you can use water bottles. If you have weights at home, that's fantastic. You could use soup cans, and then come on up, and then we're going to squat off the side with the same side raise. Good. So then all of a sudden she's moving into all different body parts, so it's not just one thing. And that always depends on your fitness level. So ease into this. Always consult your physician before you start any exercise program. But this is a great way to blast the calories.
Nice job. Next week we're talking about the core, and the core isn't just your stomach. We learned that it's your entire body. I'm
right.
listening here every Monday with Christy Book, and we're at Core Fitness. Join us next week for more health tips.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Hope you're enjoying the nice day across the area, because I'm about to say showers a lot as we take a look at the weather from the National Weather Service. We'll begin with tonight, and guess what? Showers are likely mainly after 2 a.m., 60% chance, low around 42. Now for Tuesday, again, showers likely. There will be a high near 48 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 80%. And then for Tuesday night, showers are likely again, 70% chance. The low will get down to 40, wind gusts up as high as 26 miles per hour. For Wednesday, again, expect showers, 80% chance, high near 51. Wednesday night, 80% chance of showers, low around 46. On Thursday, guess what? Showers likely mainly before 8 a.m., high near 65. Chance of precipitation is 60%. Thursday night, 30% chance of showers, low around 42. For Friday, as we go into the weekend, partly sunny with a high near 58. And for Friday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 41.
A very special presentation will be happening this Friday evening, and it's all to benefit a very worthwhile organization here in the Hazleton area. Here to tell us all the details about the fun event is Judy Ann McGrogan, who is the producer of what is being called an evening of song and celebration being put on by the MPB Players, all to benefit Catholic Social Services in Hazleton. Judy Ann, thanks for being here.
Thanks for asking me.
Now, Catholic Social Services is an organization, I guess, that is close to the heart of the MPB Players because you've done other presentations for them as well.
We have, and a lot of our lives have been touched by it. Of course, Neil Alberto, who's the executive director of Catholic Social Services, is part of our group and has been an integral part. And he kind of came up with this idea. This is the 75th anniversary of the Hazleton branch of Catholic Social Services, and he is planning things throughout the year to celebrate. And he wanted to do something special featuring music and asked the MPB Players if we would be a part of that. And we love the idea, so we went ahead and planned this, and it's going to happen on Friday night. We're calling it an evening of song and celebration. And it's going to be songs that are fun and uplifting and inspirational. Just a nice, small group of songs with a little bit of background on Catholic Social Services and then food and drink afterward. A nice evening to come out and celebrate this great organization that has done so much for the Hazleton area and just enjoy each other's company.
Well, tell us a little bit about where the performance will be and how many people you have involved in it.
The show will actually be at the Catholic Social Services Family Center, which was formerly Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. It's a beautiful setting for any kind of music, and we've done Christmas shows there before. We love performing in that area, and it starts at 7 o'clock on Friday. We have about 20 adult participants in it. Our directors for this show were actually Barb Volusius and Courtney Tarselli, who picked out all of the music, and it's great music. It's music like Amy Grant and Mandisa. We're also doing a finale to Happy, the Pharrell Williams songs, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're including some of our younger group in that number alone. But then also some traditional Catholic songs, some songs that sound like old-time gospel. So a nice mix of different kinds of songs. Helene Seaman is our vocal director. Sandra Hoppy is our music director. And we've got a great group of as usual, with us anywhere from 18 or 19 years old up into the 80s. And you know, we let everybody work together and have just a wonderful time. So it's been fun putting it together. And we're really looking forward to a great night.
Okay. And lastly, tickets. Can they get them at the door or in advance or both?
They can get them in advance at Catholic Social Services. You could call the office here in Hazleton. Their actual office is on Walnut Street. Or you can get them at the door as well. They're only $10. And as I said, all of the proceeds go to Catholic Social Services. And it includes a nice little social afterward. So it's definitely $10 worth spending for a nice evening out.
All righty. That's this Friday at 7 o'clock. Come on out. Enjoy the MPB Players and celebrate Catholic Social Services' 75th anniversary.
If you haven't been to a community yard sale, you need to head to Frackville this weekend. Community-wide yard sales are amazing. You get to see the town and do some shopping. I got a sweet bike once at one. The Frackville Recreation Board will hold its annual spring town-wide yard sale this Saturday. Frackville's residents are encouraged to register by tomorrow. Registration is $7 and includes addresses, lists of items to be sold, an official yard sale sign, and a Mylar balloon. For more information, call the number that is on your screen. And remember, our full community calendar is on our Facebook page and also our website. And now here's your midday Pennsylvania winning lottery numbers. The daily number 419, the big 4 8540, Quinto 77920, Treasure Hunt 12, 18, 26, 27, 29. We'll be right back. We'll talk Penn State football after the break.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Penn State's coaches caravan will make 2 stops in Northeast Pennsylvania next month. Football coach James Franklin and company will be in Scranton on Wednesday, May 14th and in Wilkes-Barre on May 20th. Now, for information, there is a website that you can go to from the Alumni Association. It's on your screen now. Last week, Penn State President Rodney Erickson was at Penn State Hazleton, and our Lisa Sugart asked him about the hiring of Franklin.
What are your impressions of Coach Franklin?
I think he's terrific. I first met him before he was hired, obviously, and I knew right away that he was the quality of person that we wanted at Penn State in leadership of our program. The first thing he told me was about his success with student athletes in the classroom, and so I knew that we had somebody who was at a very foundational level, an educator. And so I've just been thrilled with what James is doing with the program. I think we've got a lot of excitement ahead of us in terms of the James Franklin era of Penn State football. And I'm really excited about the coming seasons under his leadership.
This Wednesday, it's playoff time at the Mohegan Sun Arena. The series is even between the Pens and the Sens, and these 2 division rivals will meet up, and they'll battle for the upper hand in the best-of-5 series at 7:05 p.m. at the Mohegan Sun Arena on Wednesday. I love this name. The Golden Living Coyotes 9U travel baseball team finished their early spring season by placing second at the Future Stars tournament in Hershey. Overall, they were 9-5 in the 4 tournaments they participated in. And finally, our Janine Mazur-Kevich ran her first half marathon on Sunday. Congratulations to her. It was the St. Luke's Half Marathon in Allentown, and she ran with Tamara Hershberger, her running coach, who you may also recognize from our FYI segment called What's the Sense? Also in the photo, Sean Burke, who's been a runner and has ran the Boston Marathon. Janine started training in December and has this advice for those trying to get off the starting block.
All right, people, I don't know if I have you upside down or right side up, but I just ran my first half marathon, and if I could do it, you could do it. See ya, signing off.
Now, speaking of running, we'll check back in with Stacy Mears from Drums, who ran this year's Boston Marathon this week on FYI. Right now, Ron Marchetti is all dressed up for Trivia Treats.
"52 years ago today, my life changed forever." Hi, everybody. On this April 28th, this is the final Monday of the month, and this is Trivia Treats. It was during the Berlin crisis in 1962. I was in the Army stationed at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and our STRAC outfit was prepared to go to Germany within any 24 hours. There was no leaves issued, with the exception of 2. 2 reasons. Number 1, death in the immediate family, or number 2, marriage. Number 1 was definitely out, so I took a shot at number 2. I wasn't even shaven yet, and my bride-to-be was even 2 years younger. But we did it. I came home to get married 52 years ago from 9 a.m. this morning at Holy Rosary Church in the Hazelton Heights. Mother of God, what was I thinking? A wedding and a 1-week honeymoon, and then I was gone. But the damage was done, and it has lasted for 52 years, and it's still going. Mercy! All kidding aside, my wife and I have been blessed with a great family. I thank God every night, and even though we are not that compatible, it has worked. Why? Because every day with her is a bonus, a joy, and an adventure. Happy anniversary to my wife, Chris. Also, on this day, 1 year from our wedding day, 53 years ago, April 28, 1961, 5 days after his 40th birthday, Milwaukee Braves pitcher Warren Spahn hurled his second career no-hitter, beating the Giants 1-0 at County Stadium in Milwaukee. And staying with baseball, in his last at-bat On this day, in 1952, Ted Williams walloped the home run to win a game for the Red Sox in his last game before leaving for active duty with the Marines. In a farewell ceremony before the game, Williams was presented with a new Cadillac that he would not be able to drive for the next 2 years because he served as a fighter pilot, flying 39 missions during the Korean War. Williams also had served his country during World War II and missed all of the 1943, 44, and 45 seasons. Ted Williams, in my opinion, the greatest hitter who ever lived, missed five entire prime seasons in the middle of his career for military obligations. I have never said this twice in the same segment until tonight. Mother of God! Happy anniversary to Mike and Lorraine Generos. Till Friday, stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, National Day of Prayer will be held Thursday, May 1st from noon to 1 p.m. at Hazelton's Memorial Park on the corner of Church and Diamond Avenue. This year's theme is One Voice United in Prayer. There'll be a time of praise and worship followed by prayer at the event. More information, please call 570-459-2410. And finally, the third annual Project Fallen Ride by the Top Gunners Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club will be held Saturday, May 3rd. Registration is from 10 a.m. to noon at 10 South Main Street in Pittston. More information, please call 570-903-9128. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. William R. Thomas of Cunningham. Memorial is Friday at 11 a.m. in the First Presbyterian Church. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. in the church. The Rosenstock Funeral Home is assisting the family. James P. Kroll of Hazelton. Funeral is Tuesday at 11 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Dominic V. Amato of Shenandoah. Mass is Wednesday at 10 a.m. in the Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. Friends may call Tuesday from 5 to 8 p.m. in the church. The Orovitz Home for Funerals is in charge of arrangements. Robin Flickinger of Shenandoah. The Louis D. Truskowski Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Nicholas A. Gagliardi of Hazel Township. The Furo Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Francis W. Woolman of Drums. Funeral is Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the St. John Bosco Church. Friends may call Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. in the church. The Harmon Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Nancy Patricia Norris Roberts of Hazelton. Funeral is Wednesday at 9 a.m. from the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. Call 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Mary Lou Kolensky of Hazel Township. Mary Lou, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Well, we hope Ron Marchetti has a great anniversary with his wife. We hope you all have a great night. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Until then, take it easy, everyone.